Now, the ice cream social yesterday brought back so many memories because my father is no longer here. So every time I think of homemade ice cream, it reminds me of my father.
Cruising down the highway, windows rolled down. Good mommy and good baby, we wearing the crown. We're living the good life under open skies. Together we shine. Just look in our eyes. Every day's a blessing. Every moment's bright. In our RV home, everything feels right. Campfires at night with stories to tell. Explore the unknown. Oh, we do it so well. From mountains to valleys, the road is our friend. With laughter and love, this journey won't end. Make memories that last, that's all about. Good mommy and good baby, living it now. We're living the good life.
Hello. Thank you.
Of course, I hope you guys enjoy. If you need anything, I'm going to
Thank you.
Just look in our eyes. Every day's a lesson. Every moment's bright. In our RV home, everything feels
And chocolate sauce. That looks like mint chocolate too.
so here's to the travel.
Oh, mint chocolate.
We'll find the good life's a journey, and we're intertwined. Hit the road, let's roll, it's a brand new day. Good mommy and good baby, we're paving the way. Riding in the trailer, everywhere we go. Life's a great adventure.
I do not like that. Kind of like a scratch.
With our hearts
Same.
wide open, chasing every dream in
I was
this
thinking the same
good
thing.
life.
Open your cup.
Nothing's as
Then
it
that thing, you
seems.
know.
Good life. Yeah, we're living it true. Every twist and turn. There's so much to do. Family vibe.
Have you all ever had anyone invite you to a function in your neighborhood? And did you go? Well, Good Baby and I were invited to a homemade ice cream social by one of our neighbors.
So we were coming back home from walking victory around our community, and just as we were walking up into our driveway, one of our neighbors said that he was going to be making homemade ice cream the next day, and we were super duper excited since not only, I mean, when does ice cream not sound good, but also it has been extremely hot lately, like in the early to mid 80s, which is extremely hot, and winter is not even over yet. But here in the Sunshine State, it gets really hot really quickly, and so homemade ice cream sounded really refreshing.
Y'all, Good Baby and I were so excited to get the invite because we get to learn our neighbors more and build community, and that means so much to Good Baby and I.
So yesterday, Tuesday, was the day of the ice cream social, and me and Good Mommy had no errands to run that day. For the most part, like, the entire day was free, and we were just at home resting inside and outside of the heat because it has been super duper hot lately. The event was later in the evening though, so thankfully it had started to kind of cool down at that point. But even so, we still honestly really didn't feel like going anywhere at first because we were just enjoying fellowshipping amongst each other and resting in our home. But then we thought about how we had told our neighbor that we would be attending the ice cream social, and he was super nice to invite us, and we wanted to show him our gratitude for even being invited to the event. So we decided to go ahead and get dressed and attend the party.
Yes, y'all, it took everything in us to get up, get dressed, and go to this ice cream social because, as Good Baby stated, we were just enjoying each other's company, having fun at home. You know, sometimes during the evening you kind of get a little sleepy and you want to take a nap. That's how Good Baby and I were feeling during the moment. But as Good Baby stated, we told our neighbor that we would accept his invitation and come. So again, we went ahead, we got dressed, and I'm glad we did. It was a nice informal event where everyone was pretty much dressed as if they were just, you know, walking around outdoors. It was about 40 of us there, and it was really, really extremely nice.
Yes, and we were super excited when we got to the party. As Good Mommy said, it was a really informal but really nice social event. And of course, we recognized many of our neighbors at the event, and it was super nice to be able to say hello to everyone. And even before we got our ice cream, as always, when we have events and attend events in our neighborhood, we were given like a very warm welcome, and so that was a fantastic start.
Yes, you all, it's always so good to get out and fellowship so that you can know your neighbors. Now, when we got to our neighbor's house, we were told that we could help ourselves. They had a variety of flavors. Some of the flavors that they had were banana, peach, vanilla, and kumquat.
And for those of you who don't know what a kumquat is, it is essentially like a mini orange. I believe they say it's bitter on the outside, sweet on the inside, and you can actually eat the peel plus the actual fruit on the inside. We've never tried kumquats before, and so it was super interesting to see that our neighbor had actually made a homemade ice cream out of it. They also had quite a few toppings to go with the ice cream. So some of them include like whipped cream, of course, rainbow sprinkles, lemon curd, which they had made themselves.
Homemade lemon curd,
yes,
y'all.
that was
it was so good.
Super delicious. They also had chocolate sauce and a variety of other toppings, but those are the ones that we vividly remember.
And y'all, they made so much homemade ice cream that they were giving away second and third servings. So it was a lot of ice cream at this social. Just think about it. It was about 40 of us there. So I'm quite sure you all would like to know what flavors Good Baby and I chose. Okay, we had banana, peach, and vanilla.
We weren't sure about the kumquat because we've never had kumquats before. We've looked them up to see what they are, but we've never really been interested in trying them. So if you do like kumquats or you've tasted them before, please be sure to comment that down below. But as well, we made sure to top our ice cream with some delicious whipped cream.
Yes, and some of the lemon curd.
Yes.
Which was homemade, by the way.
So once we got our ice cream, we went ahead and sat by one of our next door neighbors, and she is super duper sweet. As well, we sat by another one of our neighbors who lives down the street from us, who is a real sweetheart as well.
Yes.
And it was super fun to be able to kind of have some lady time, just fellowshipping as we all enjoyed our delicious ice cream.
And Good Baby, I was so thrilled to hear our next door neighbor, which you all may remember, we gave them some cookies not too long ago. She said that it was just such a joy to have Good Baby and I as neighbors.
So sweet.
Yes. We just smiled and told her that we felt the same.
The feeling is very mutual.
The feeling is so mutual. So we're just so grateful that, you know, we have shown ourselves to be children of God, basically. Yes. I mean, that's how I can sum it up. Because, you know, when you're a child of God, you're going to be friendly. You know, God tells us to show ourselves friendly. If we want a friend, we have to be friendly. Yes. God also tells us to love our neighbors as we love ourselves. So it just goes to show that we have been neighborly during our 5 to 6 months living at this RV resort.
Good Mommy, it's actually been 6 months since we moved to our RV resort, because I believe we first moved like in very early September. So it's actually been 6 already.
Wow. Thank you, Lord.
Thank you, Lord.
And we have attended so many events here.
Yes.
Some of the events we have not even shared with you all. We attend quite a few events, and we're grateful that we live in a community that offers different socials, you know, where we can get to know our neighbors. That is very, very, very important.
Definitely.
Now, the ice cream social yesterday brought back so many memories for me. When I was a child, my dad would make homemade ice cream like pretty much every weekend. Okay, he loved making homemade ice cream. He got enjoyment out of that. And so I had been telling Good Baby, after we were invited to the social, that my dad would make homemade ice cream all the time, and I absolutely loved it. As a child, memories are very, very important. They're very special. They always hold a place in your heart because you'll never forget those memories. And that is a memory that I will always hold dear to my heart because my father is no longer here. So every time I think of homemade ice cream, it reminds me of my father. But that ice cream yesterday had nothing on my daddy's ice cream, I must say, because he made the best homemade ice cream ever. I'll give you an example. Chick-fil-A's ice cream is really, really good, and it kind of sort of reminds me of my dad's homemade ice cream, but his was like 10 times better, y'all.
I wish I could have tasted it.
Yeah, he made some really, really, really good homemade ice cream. He made that for a long, long, long time, during my childhood. So, yeah, I'm grateful for the memories. And as soon as he mentioned coming, to the ice cream social, and he said homemade ice cream, I was like, oh, I'm going to get to taste some of Daddy's ice cream again. But it was really good. And, we're just so grateful for the invite. And so grateful for the memories of my dad. It's like nostalgia, y'all. God always brings us back around to a memory. He always lets us remember, things that happen in our childhood or things that happen with a loved one so that we won't forget those things. Had I not been invited to the homemade ice cream social on yesterday, I may not have had that thought about the homemade ice cream. But I just thank God for giving me an opportunity to remember my dad, and seeing him again. I can vividly see him churning that old ice cream maker, making that ice cream with that ice salt, and I don't know what else he would put in there, but it was so good, y'all. So, yeah, thank God for memories.
Yes, like Good Mommy said, I think it is so sweet how God reminds us of cherished memories that we all have. One memory that the homemade ice cream party brought back to me is when I was a Girl Scout, because for a short time, when I was, I think, about 8-9 years old, I was actually a Girl Scout, and I really enjoyed it. And I remember one thing that I remember vividly that we did was make homemade ice cream, but it wasn't like with a fancy homemade ice cream machine like my great-grandfather had. This was basically like the type of homemade ice cream that you make in a plastic bag with the milk and the vanilla extract and the sugar and the salt and all of that cool stuff, and it didn't really have like an ice cream texture. Like, I don't think it ever really got hard like ice cream, but I remember putting
like
all the ingredients
serve
in there, and shaking it up. And I love soft serve ice cream, so I didn't really mind one bit. But even though it didn't like become the actual texture of ice cream, it's definitely a cherished memory of mine. I remember Good Mommy and I definitely enjoyed it after we got home, and so that definitely brought back that memory for me as well.
Aww. So that sums it up, you all. The homemade ice cream was very, very delicious and so refreshing. And as you all just heard, it brought back sweet memories for Good Baby and I. And so that brings us to the end of this video. And of course, the word of the day is what? Ice cream. Because not only did it bring back memories from our childhood, but it also gave us new memories that we can carry on with our neighbors. So we will always remember our sweet, sweet neighbors for inviting us to the ice cream social. If you all made it to the end of this video, be sure to comment the word of the day so that Good Baby and I will know that you stayed until the very end.
And as always, if you haven't already, please be sure to give today's video a humongous thumbs up and subscribe to our channel down below. Also, please hit that notification bell so you'll never miss any of our future videos. Click the link in our description box to become a channel member today. Share our channel with your family and friends so our family can continue to grow. And press the hype button beside the comments underneath this video so you can let the YouTube algorithm know that you're enjoying our content and other people will as well.
And don't forget, be good to yourself and be good to others. Love you all. Bye.
God bless this journey. Oh, what a sight. Good mommy and good baby will shine